forward this year to families getting together, really getting excited about God and putting God in their marriages and putting God in the center of their marriages and having God bring families together. I'm looking forward to seeing families change and becoming more in love with each other through the love that God can share with them. I just hope that all of you can come and join us and have a great time with us.
So one of the things that gets me most excited about coming to church or just being around other fellow believers is to, when I get to hear about how God is working in their lives, how God is real in their lives, hear about their experiences, their struggles, their triumphs. And I think one forum that we have here at church is during the C Hour, where we not only just hear about some of the truths, some of the lessons from the Bible, but we always have a chance to ask each other questions, to hear from other people how they're doing, how God is real in their lives. And I think this hour is so important that we often are neglected or don't realize the importance of it. It's when you hear about not only how God is doing in my own personal life, but during my times of struggles, I can hear about how God is real in someone else's life, and that helps me get through tough times. We just can't wait to see how lives will be changed, how people can grow from this.
I'm so excited to tell you what we're going to be doing in Graceland this year. The theme is the X Factor, experiencing the extraordinary. So when I think of the extraordinary, I think of the movie The Incredibles. And a few scenes in The Incredibles comes to mind. And I think of the scene when Bob comes home, Mr. Incredible, comes home from work and it's a really hard day and he just opens the door and he just breaks it off and he gets so mad, he just slams into the car and then just gets so mad, just lifts the car up. And then there next to him on the driveway is a little boy on a tricycle just staring at him, just wide-eyed, just amazed at what he had done. And he blows a bubble and it pops on his face. Next scene comes up is that Bob comes home again from work. This time he actually got fired, so he's really dejected, really sad. And he looks at the boy that's sitting there on the tricycle again. He goes, "What are you waiting for?" And the boy goes, "I don't know. Something amazing, I guess." And so he just waits there and Bob just walks out dejected. The last scene is like the end, where the big finish, the big explosions, where the Incredibles send Bob save the day. And just the house just gets blown up and the kid there on the tricycle goes, "That was totally wicked!" And is just so excited about just what had happened. And that's what we're going to do for Graceland this year. So please come and find out what we're doing.
This year for Footprints, I'm really excited. Last year we covered Imagine the Possibilities, and we talked about what would relationships look like, or what would adventure look like with Christ. But this year we're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to ask ourselves as a youth group, what would it be like to have God involved in our lives and really experience Him as we do big and hard things together. Things that we can't do on our own, but that we need to rely on our youth group and God to really accomplish. So tune in to youth group, come check us out on Fridays, and come with us as we do this adventure and do hard things together.
I'm really excited for worship this year because I know a lot of times when people come on Sunday mornings, they can predict what the set is going to be, they can predict how it's going to go. 3 songs, message, announcements, more songs, and then we end and then we just leave and go home. I really want people to come with a sense of surprise, that they don't really know what is going to happen with worship this year, and they don't really know what to expect. And I think that the main thing for worship is that we don't want to have worship be mediocre, because our God is not mediocre. But what we want is worship to be exciting and big and huge, because our God is exciting, big, and huge.
One of the cool things about music is as we listen to our music on our daily basis, we find that good music is hard to listen to unless it's translated really well. And so this year we're going through a theme called High Fidelity, what it looks like to translate God's music faithfully into our lives. And so I'm really excited about what's coming up this year. This year we have so many new things that are happening. You've seen our CE kickoff celebration. You see that we have new leaders stepping up to the plate. We're launching things like the Crossing Cafe Ministry. We have new worship arts leaders. And so there's a sense of excitement and change that's happening here at the Crossing that I just can't wait to experience for myself. And so I'm hoping that you'll jump on board to see all the things that God intends for us as we experience a passionate life together. I myself can't wait to see what God has in store for us as a people. And even for myself, I'm being challenged and pushed into new directions and experiencing new things with God. So let's experience a high fidelity relationship, a high calling to experience God in the reality of our lives. And as we experience this high fidelity relationship with God in our own lives, one of the things that I'm finding is that all of us are being pushed out of our comfort zones. And so I don't know about you, but I'm done playing church. I want to be the church. So let's do it together.